Right? I had a couple requests for me recording more things. So I thought maybe we'd try recording this since we don't get to walk through this together anymore. So week 20, day 1, these are the correct answers. I've also posted the correct answers in the classroom if you prefer just to look at those. But if you're wondering how you got an answer, this is your better way to go. So the first one, Scott, make your arms slice into the water, shouted Coach Delgado. So this is a quote. So everything that comes out of a speaker's mouth goes in quotation marks. So quotation marks before Scott and after water, comma after Scott because it's a noun of direct address, and a comma after water. Number 2, who reminded him to keep your kick going strong out of your turns. So it doesn't really sound like we're not sure who we're referring to. So he reminded him to keep his kick going strong out of his turns, in a period at the end. Number 3, writing the missing word. Coach said you yourself must do the work. I can only help. And you chose yourself because it goes with you. This is an example of an intensive pronoun. We did study those already. So it adds extra emphasis. And number 4, tennis is to match as swimming is to meet. So that's it for day 1. Day 2. People from Great Britain formed colonies in America before it wasn't no country yet. Wow, that is a mess. So people from Great and Britain are capitalized. Form becomes formed. Colonies in America. America should be capitalized. To get rid of when, it should be before it was a country yet. So you don't want to say wasn't no because that's a double negative. We want to avoid doing that. The United States became a country after the Revolutionary War ended in 1783. United States is capitalized, so is Revolutionary War. United States is a proper noun because it's a country, and Revolutionary War is a proper noun because it's a specific time period in history. Moving on to number 3, adding punctuation. We would put a comma after 1776 because but begins another clause. It didn't, D-I-D-N apostrophe T, then a period at the end. The number 4, rewrite the sentence to clarify the meaning. The colonists and the British fought because they didn't like paying taxes. Doesn't really explain which one doesn't like paying taxes. So really, to make this more clear, because the colonists didn't like paying taxes, comma, they fought the British. And moving on to day 3. Betsy was tried to sell cookies to raise money for their Girl Scout troop. So Betsy will try to sell cookies to raise money for her Girl Scout troop. Girl Scout should be capitalized, period at the end. Betsy whined. Everyone else is already selling in front of the grocery stores. Betsy whined, comma. Everyone else is already selling them in front of the grocery stores, and then a quotation mark at the end right there. Then moving on to number 3, suddenly Betsy got an idea. She will sell cookies at the train station. To combine these to make one sentence could be suddenly Betsy got an idea to sell cookies at the train station, or Betsy suddenly decided to sell cookies at the train station. There are many, many acceptable ways to combine those. The number 4, people might wanna munch while they're hanging out waiting for the train. To make that more formal, people might want to snack while they're waiting for the train would be a better way to put that. Week 20, day 4, the last one. Juggling is an activity in that you kept several objects in motion in the air. That sounds very awkward. Juggling is an activity where you keep several objects in motion in the air, period. Sometimes jugglers threw objects under his leg or behind his back. Sounds better with throw and there, period at the end. Jugglers is plural, so the pronoun that replaces jugglers should also be plural. Some jugglers ride a unicycle or balance an object on their head while jogging. The line goes between uni and cycle. In a unicycle is a bicycle with one wheel. Uni meaning one. And then number 4, I done tried it before, and it's way harder than it looks. Again, very unstandard English. I've tried it before, comma, and it is much harder than it looks is a much better way to put that, but not the only correct way. So that's it for today as far as going over this DLR. Hopefully, maybe listening to me explain it helped you a little bit more. And if this was too difficult, I did attach everything to the classroom too. So we'll start that again next session. And hopefully this time you're just making your corrections. All right, thank you. And I will talk to you again soon.